Start recording. That's amazing. Welcome to the April cohort.
Ooh, thank you.
I'm joined with Lucas, and I am Campbell Cruz, and I'll be your guide for today and the next following weeks and such. So what we want to do is start warming up our joints.
Okay.
And so take a position about shoulder feet apart and sink into your feet. When you sink into your feet, just notice how it feels like to just settle and be relaxed. Now we're working on warrior. It's just as you see in this chart over here that it's part 1 of 4, but we'll be integrating the 4 together with emphasizing the warrior. Go ahead and do this. We say have tree here. And warriors been traditionally have a sort of a stand of attention. So when they are called out to be in units and they're called to attention, they usually are some form of this erect position. There's an inner state of being this position as well. They don't want you to eyeball anybody. They don't want you to breathe in a certain way that draws attention to yourself. It's just relaxing into this state of attention. One way to think of it is bringing your energy up through your heart. Right? You can picture that. So you're automatically drawing your chest, upper chest a little bit up and out. And while you're doing that lengthening, go ahead and sink your hips down so that you have to tilt the pelvic a little bit forward to have it lengthen in the back. Feel that? Okay, good. Is this your first Tai Chi movement meditation?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So you're getting it. The idea is keep feeling into it, keep breathing into it, and notice that your sensations come out as these small movements you make. They're natural movements. You're not called to think about how you're moving. You're just moving. It's the way of your body orientating around itself. All right. Go ahead and pull your arms down and allow your shoulders to pull away from each other. And then come back a little bit again. So work that again. Allow your shoulders pull away from each other and then draw them back again. And when you're drawing back, think of that heightened feeling. Great. Now take it off. You want to take off with one side and take off the other side, and then coordinate opposite directions.
Okay.
This is one way to wake up the brain, is to shake off. All right. So back to hug tree. And in this stance, we're going to keep sinking down, keep going into somewhere where you feel like a stretch is happening. Your calf muscles, right? And to help with this, imagine that you're holding a big load of laundry or gold or cookies or Easter's egg collections or delicious. All right, just enjoy holding something that you want to be holding, and you got abundance of it. There's lots of it. And you're proud to have it, and so that it has some sort of meaning behind the movement as well. As you're visualizing something that is grand, and your body becomes grand along with it. You've probably been there before, holding something wonderful in your arms like this, and now activate your hands. Okay, so by activating your hands, you're allowing more energy to flow. And there's the practice of mudras, which is articulating, putting fingers together in certain positions, and that's comes out of being in a state of perpetual wonder and feeling what it feels like with each individual movement. All right. That's enough warm up.
Okay.
Do you feel a little energy cool? It's usually cool or heat, but both are forms of energy movement. So that
Okay.
you feel right now, I feel like around my neck, softening. So we're gonna go right through the pattern.
Okay.
Follow along with me. And you can see there's the list of words that we're usually reading off for preparation. Okay, so this one, you want to lean to the left. As you lean to the left, you can pivot your right foot so that it's pointing forward. So it's a little bit of a different sensation along the hip area. All right. Next word, you can read that. It's beginning. Okay, for beginning, we say, so it gets people's like attention. Beginning. When you begin, go ahead and exhale and sink. And then activate your hands. And when you exhale, this time rising the arms up just a little bit. This is called rising tide. So you're inhaling. Excellent. And then we'll do it one more time. Inhale. When you're inhaling, your arms or your extremity, like legs, usually come closer together. When you exhale, you're performing something. This time we're calling this a small ball of energy. And it was like hug tree before. You can pivot in your hips here. And as you pivot to where it's comfortable for you to pivot, this is what I think of as a lighthouse, so that your dantian, your chest, your eyes, top of your head are all in alignment, and they're just as much as you can. You exhale, it's twisting. Inhaling, come to center. Exhaling, returning. Slow that down. Conscious of your breath. Also following. And you're going to take a small step back when you exhale next time. This is called parting wild horse's mane. So that's good. Good. Now turn like you did before and bring both hands about level and form a ball in between your hands. And all this sort of happens all at the same time as you ward left. And then you have this ball of energy out there. You could extend that out. And as you bring it back in, as you inhale, ward right. That ball of energy in your hands. Ward right. And then this is called rolling back. So when you roll back, all of your weight goes back to your rear leg. And your right leg, go ahead and step a little bit. Then you push. And the push is upward swing. And then this hand drops down, the right hand drops down. And we're talking about mudras, where the hand performs certain moves or actions. This is one of them. Call this swallow's tail or grasping swallow's tail. As you turn, go ahead and take a step and push there. And as you come to center, open up the right hand, open everything up to a position of enjoyment, which is just this nice big gesture. And then when you inhale, you want to gather your right elbow to your right hand and stand on one leg. And today was a windy day. We've been perfect to practice balance outside. So next time, lean forward from here and continue that moment with that elbow, and then swing that hand up to the sky while the left hand makes a white crane spreading wings here. And as you exhale again, take a step and play guitar. So one foot's forward, left foot's forward, left hand up, right hand at that elbow seems to be a theme at this stage of the positions. And this hand swings down like almost like a chop to the ground, but past your knee. So we call this brushing knee. Lighthouse here. And there's a cloud in this hand. And this makes another ball of energy exchange so that you have a cloud in this hand. And you're moving, brushing knee with your left hand. And do that exchange again. So you get used to this pattern that you often see in Tai Chi. So when we're doing this next step to the left, go ahead, inhale. And just notice how in inhalation, just get into that pattern, coming to center again. Always coming to center. Take a step with your left foot. Go ahead and back up a couple of the steps because this is going to move that way a little bit. So you take a step with your left foot, have a fist, a relaxed fist, and put it here. It's almost like drawing a sword. Go ahead and take a step and move that fist over to the right hip. And you give yourself a little bit more room. Take a small step and punch. Imagine that punch going through to the neighbor's house. Good. And push for your right hand, sort of a gliding move. Like that. Great. And then you push again. Boom. That's one of our favorites. So let's stop there and repeat that move. Because everyone loves it for Kung Fu fighting. Okay, so cloud hands, form a fist, and you take a step. Good. Take another step. Turn that fist to the right. Good. Okay, I did see exactly what you did there. Let's see that again. Cloud hands. This time, take a step and form a fist to the right. Yeah, nice diagonal. Go ahead and shift that fist to, yes, good. Take a step and punch. Good. Clearing, cleaning, and then push. All right. When you see you do that, give yourself enough room in the last point where you can go ahead and make that punch continuous without worrying about obstacles.
Okay.
Tamil ties you're seeing. So go ahead and take a step and punch, 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 punch. Let exhale out. Good. Lean and push. Okay, great. One more time. Go ahead, take a step and launch that fist. Inhale. Exhale. Great. Following that movement of exhalation, continue upwards and trace the rainbow. Right there. And then cross hands. There. And then back to that sinking sensation there so that we have a continuous circle. Good. Let's continue. Rising tide. And just pause here as you exhale. You want to catch up so that we can remember to be conditioning ourselves to inhale when you come down and back. Exhale up. Form a small ball. You pause here a couple of moments. And you just want to check your form here. And you want to carry this particular position where your armpits are open so that you can carry a small orange. This ball doesn't have to be big or small, but be somewhere between your collarbone and your dantian. And that's so that you maintain the core, feeling of the core. Everything is aligning to different balances. You know, your arms out here, you're actually different balance than your arms being in here. You'll make those subtle shifts. Okay, go ahead and take a step back in your next exhalation. Parting wild horse and mane. Like a cloud hand, bring that right hand up and lower left. Exhale. A small ball coming forth. Push it towards the center line as you inhale. Take a step with your right foot. Push that ball out. Roll back. Great. And exhale again. This time, grasping sparrow's tail. So let the right arm drop. You're feeling this curve coming up. This hand is protecting this side. And then as you open up, take that step and push. You just call that a lunge. Here we have position of enjoyment. Right. Inhale. Bring your right arm together. Getting a lot of fun today, which is excellent. We're going to keep moving through this. Moving forward, moving into light crane. Right. The guitar. Brush knee. External. And wow. Exhale, brush knee. Inhale, fire. Exhale, volcano. Inhale. Beautiful. Rose-colored, fluffy. Okay, go ahead, take a step to the right and left. There. Take another step, alternating where you put that fist. Take a step, and take a step here and lunge. Inhale, clear. Exhale. Continuous motion is one of the principles. There is really no one technique as it just blends into each other and doesn't have any meaning all by itself. You must continue to move. There. Great. How's that feel?
Good.
Good. Any strain anywhere?
Not really. A little bit in the shoulders, but that's kind of typical for me. So kind of resist that. Or yeah, not strain. But
How's what you've been doing all day is have you been outside and active or
a little bit. Yeah. I went camping late last night, and so took a little nap this morning. But I've been moving around in the afternoon.
All right. So I want to put Tai Chi ahead of everything. Tai Chi before bed tonight. So we'll get this down again. What we want to do is introduce the warrior in this aspect. It comes as the energy coming from the north, which is esoteric. Like the north is the head and is the awareness. Then it comes down to the healer. The healer is the south, is the groundedness of the body and the body with the earth. So there we have the healer, and the visionary is coming out of the east, which is the sunlight in the morning. And we often see a sun coming across two mountaintops, right, between two mountains. That's the east visionary. Think of the light that the visionary brings. And then when you think of west, which is over there, think of all this water because it's coming from the west. So that's the teacher. Teacher is being grounded in your emotional state. Everything is as the teacher is being open to the outcome. So teacher and student. So warrior is being present, and the healer is noticing what has heart. Heart being the groundedness of things, has heart and meaning for you. So, and visionary, speak your truth without blame or judgment, so that other people can have that same light that you have. So when you have a tree this time, go ahead and a tree this way. We're going to do a deep breathing practice into it. That was a deep exhalation. And what I get my clients to do as well is to try not to breathe. Go ahead and feel a little bit of strain in their diaphragm as your body wants to breathe. And then at some point, just allow yourself a breath to happen. And then watch your body breathe itself as if to try to catch up to what it should be having as its oxygen carbon dioxide ratio. Okay, again, let's do that. Settle in. Go to the bottom of the breath. I visualize this button that my body pushes without me and goes, fill up. Great. Next time when you inhale, inhale from the base of your hips, where your hips meet your legs, to the perineum, the pelvic floor. Feel that space in there. Great. You can feel like the whole legs had to be involved with the breathing there. It just comes out of this. People get to notice the sensation of breath maybe for the first time doing Tai Chi. And it's just nice. It's just nice to know that people are doing this and they're like, aren't checking out their phones and things like that. Great. So now have that sensation as we go through the positions. Go ahead. Beginning. Rotating the right foot. Wherever you find your breath, settle in for wherever it goes. If you're starting moving differently than me, prioritize yourself and then catch up when you think or get where you need to get, but don't necessarily have to be exactly timing. And sort of neighborhood spot. I think it's an old Cadillac, big tires. Okay, so beginning. Blowing the hand away so that it come up becomes a cloud. Blowing that other hand away. This is semblance of meditative walking, but with a fist in the hand. Keep going. There. Just be present. So be present. Envisioning the light coming from the east, and we're facing this south. Being aware of most of the compass directions if you do this. So we can start the technique in different compass directions, depending on what parts of the compass you want to investigate. So facing that direction, looking through the walls, go ahead and take a step. Just to the left. Get that way to the right. Give yourself enough room. Take another step. You're looking past through the walls, past to destinations that are in that direction, southerly, north, west. And we're going to shake it up by doing the opposite movements in the other direction, just so that our brains can do both. And our bodies, it will be part of what we're doing. So I take a look here. Doing at 6:29. All right. Let's see right here. Go ahead and grab your right or your left foot with your left hand. Good. Good, good. So we've been on our feet. So go ahead and work between the tarsals, between the toes, so that show some appreciation. Squeeze your toes out. And I thought it was more visually stunning to have their feet. So instead of my black socks, so go ahead and change foot when you're ready. Plenty of time to, what's that you're doing? I learned this in Tai Chi. It's called a foot roll. That's doing things on one leg. figure out sometime during the day to keep balance on one leg, and also explore a range of motions with your hip. Like, if you're a dancer, doing the what do you call this thing, ballet, where you bring your leg back. keep telling Eugenia, did you know when you were taking ballet? Okay, give yourself 5 minutes. I had some hot water here.
Okay,
Would you like some tea?
sure.
Okay.